About it, but when you get sick when you're traveling, it's not a lot of fun. But
No.
Claire is here to...
It's the worst.
Oh,
because
absolutely.
You've gone on this vacation, you spent all this time and money planning it, and then all of a sudden you're away and you actually get sick. So there's a couple of things that you can do that I think are important steps. First, before you go, and then what happens if you actually get sick while you're away. So, number one, any guesses?
Don't drink the water.
Medical insurance. No. I was going to say don't drink the water. You're smart in certain parts of the world, for sure. Yeah. Medical insurance. And I don't want you to spend more than you need to, but just make sure you've got enough for your plan yourself.
Because we have a plan through our work, which a lot of people don't know about. I have some sort of plan through my credit card.
Yeah, which is great.
So you may already be covered.
You may be covered. And then just fill in any gaps. Okay. You can buy insurance that fills in the gaps rather than buy a whole new policy. The other thing is, have you ever filled out the page with contact information on your actual passport?
No, I didn't know you had to.
There is one of those. Okay. Have you ever registered your trip online at travel.gc.ca?
Never.
Okay, just do that just so that the government knows.
Okay.
For emergency contact information. The other thing is that you need to research.
Sorry, let me just say that again. Where do you fill it out on your passport?
There's a page within your passport that gives you put all of your information and your emergency contact information.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
And it's important. Just you know, you usually have that with you, or you can also, we've talked about this before, download the app ICE, which will open on your smartphone, which everyone has in their hand almost all the time, and it opens regardless of whether your phone's locked or not into 7 different languages.
Oh, good idea.
Which is really smart. Okay, the other thing is that you should research the local medical system just before you go away, and just find out where the closest hospital is. Map it out, especially if you've got kids, because you just never know when they might get sick or need a hospital. The other thing that you can do, just speaking about an app, and there might not be a graphic for this, is Help Call. It's a one-button app that goes onto your smartphone, because we know to call 911 here, but we may not know what to call when we're actually traveling. So that would be something that you can do before you actually leave on vacation for prevention. If you do get sick, you want to make sure that you drink a lot of water. The most common thing, you mentioned this, if you drink the water, you can get stomach problems. And it could be something that you eat. But one of the things, if you don't have a high fever and your symptoms aren't bad enough to go to the doctor, drink lots of water. Bottled, obviously, if you're in a place that needs that, but that would be important. So drink lots of fluids. Oral hydration solution, rehydration solutions, so like the Gatorade, Pedialyte, that type of thing, to make sure you're fully hydrated. Lots of plain, easy to digest foods. So that would be things like rice or bananas or yogurt, which has the probiotic, which helps with your system as well. And lots of rest. Once you're back, go to your doctor just to make sure it's out of your system, whatever it is.
When we were in Africa and we had to get all our shots, our doctor actually gave us some prescription pills to take in case of stomach problems.
I take 2 different medications with me, and you can go to your own doctor.
Yeah, and it's just as preventative, so you have it there just in case.
Right, and it's only, basically they say it's when you're bleeding.
Yes.
So if you have terrible diarrhea that gets to that point, or terrible vomiting, that you would go in and get, I know, Steve's like, what? But
where are you guys traveling to? I'm going to Blaine soon. Should I get the pills?
You know, there's nothing worse than getting sick, but to not have your emergency medical kit on hand with you. And 2 types of antibiotic can be really, really useful.
Helpful.
Cipro or erythromycin. There's all sorts.
And when should you contact someone about medical insurance? When is it, when you have to go to a hospital, or beforehand? When's the best time?
Well, to get a doctor involved, so not medical insurance. Medical insurance you have to get before you leave. So within 48 hours of actually booking your trip. You can buy medical up to the time you leave, but you've got to buy it before you leave Canada. As far as getting a doctor involved, if you've got a really, really high fever, it's very important that you go to a doctor. Get a doctor involved. You can go to your hotel concierge, you can go to a medical clinic, or you can go straight to a hospital, especially if it's severe.
All right, deals?
Deals. Okay, yeah, there's a couple right now. Vegas, staying at the Paris.